All right, welcome back to Another Dimension. I'm Quinn.
I'm Trask.
I'm Taylor.
Good morning, Taylor.
Good morning, y'all.
Good morning.
So we're going to do a little something different this week. We're going to hop into our normal in the news stuff, and then we are going to kind of share at least 10, maybe a couple more, depending on how they go, of, I don't want to call them mishaps, but
We're going to celebrate some of our failures and talk about some of the,
crazy things we've heard
yeah.
and seen.
And, you know, at the time, they probably felt like bigger. There were issues, and now we're able to laugh about them. How's that?
We're letting go of the past.
On some of them.
Some of them I don't think will ever be. No. So stay tuned. We'll get there. If you have a funny story, once we get to that, or something that you've experienced, share it.
Yeah.
Comment below. And
everybody's got good stuff.
Right. Ours is just better because it's the biggest podcast in Kaukauna. So this week kind of ties into our safety topic. So we're going to use it as both. But in Illinois on 55, there was a truck hauling metal beams, and a driver was cited for unsecured cargo. Yep. We've had issues with this. Well, let me get back up. A beam fell off the trailer, caused 20 cars to be disabled on I-55, which is a major thoroughfare for anyone that is going south. Mm-hmm. But we've had issues with these if they're not stacked together, if they're not tight, if you don't choke them. All of these kind of things matter, and this is a situation where another set of eyes could have helped, or another stop and do your cargo check, and maybe you just pulled onto the highway. I mean, that's a big steel manufacturing area.
It a training thing?
Maybe it was a training thing. Maybe you didn't know, but I didn't see anyone died. Thankfully, I didn't see a fatality, but it could have been a lot worse. One of those goes through a windshield or causes an issue. I mean, it could be bad.
Remember when I think I called you when I was in Milwaukee, coming back, and a tire, like a spare tire, flew off of a truck, and it flew up in the air and it landed in a passenger car, a girl's front window, and smashed right in there. So that stuff happens. Right. I don't know where I was going with that, but
me either.
Unsecured cargo, unsecured cargo is not anything to screw around with.
Did you ever see that video that was circulating, like the web, probably early 2010s?
Probably not.
It was did you know that the internet existed then?
Probably not.
No. It was a semi going down the highway, but there was a road perpendicular or parallel to the highway.
Okay.
And the tire came off and bounced and bounced and bounced, and there was someone walking the street. This was like a main road with coffee shops and a diner and thing like that. And there was someone walking, and all of a sudden you see the tire come into frame, and it misses them by this much and just crashes into the diner.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So.
Do you have any other news?
I don't have any other news.
No.
No.
We had some good comments last week. We
Yeah.
appreciate that. Still waiting on Pony Boy. I don't know where he's at.
He might be sleeping. He's probably hibernating. It's winter up there already.
Yeah, they might get some snow.
Yeah.
Should we get into our failures?
Yeah. What one do you want to start with? You want to start with going back to the beginning of time when
there's been many. So, let's start with first initial quick transport's going into business. Yeah, quick transport's going into business. So we had the money to purchase the truck, and we purchased the truck, and then we were going to get our own authority. And we did all the paperwork, and I think it was like $300 or not a whole lot of money. But to complete the application, you needed to have proof of insurance. Well, insurance was I think $6,000 or $8,000 that I had to pay up front, and I didn't account for that. So it was that was a ignorance on my part, I guess.
Right.
But yeah, you have to have insurance to get your authority.
So how did you break that to Jen?
I don't know if I did.
That's the
I don't know if I did.
Because I can just imagine she wasn't very, I'm sure she was supportive, but she wasn't super excited that you were buying a semi.
Yeah, she just kind of rolls with things, and then probably under her breath is you're an idiot.
Becca does the same thing.
Yeah.
This is going to be over in a month.
Yeah, this is dumb.
This is stupid.
But we had the money for the truck, but I didn't have the money for the insurance as well. So then I think I just saved up a little bit.
Yeah. So now you have this truck, and
the truck sat for like 6 months, and my parents and my mom was like, "You ever gonna do anything with that?" And I'm like, I hope so.
Well, at least it wasn't at your place, because then like Jen would have had to ask you like multiple times a week, like, "Hey, what are you gonna do with this?"
Yeah. Yeah. It was out of sight.
Yeah. If you're gonna do something stupid, don't do it at home.
Right.
But yeah, no, that's funny. So what did you learn?
I learned to be thorough and do some research before you just jump into something.
I was just going to ask, do you think that's why you analyze everything like
probably
to a T?
Yeah.
Like 100%.
Yeah,
like
I've been there.
Why is this room painted blue?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's funny.
What about, since we're coming up on a holiday?
Oh yeah.
Halloween.
So we'll share something this will be kind of a funny one. So this will be like kind of broken down into some learning things and some things.
Just some randomness.
Shit that's happened, right?
So we pay 6 holidays. 7 holidays. 6 holidays. I don't know.
6 or 7, the major, yeah.
Yeah. But
we had a driver who was very, very old school. And to mind you, he also didn't have any children.
he had some foster children.
He did.
Yes.
He had a bunch of foster kids. But like it was like a Thursday. Mm-hmm. Or Friday, and we were calling him like, "Hey, we got you going out on Monday," and Monday was Halloween.
Halloween.
I'm not going to work on Monday. That's a paid holiday. He thought Halloween was a paid holiday. Like stone cold serious.
Yeah.
Like it's just.
And it wasn't like it was an important thing to him. He just thought that was a paid holiday.
Yeah, he was not planning on going to work.
I think we did give him the day off, right?
Yeah, we did. Yeah. But like, what the heck? Like, how do you?
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe the company that you used to work for prior to that.
What was on the calendar, right?
Yeah, I suppose. There's a lot of things on the calendar now that you don't necessarily have off for, but
yeah. Yeah, that one was weird.
Let's hit another driver funny story or issue that we've had.
There's been many. We had
okay, go ahead.
We had a driver pick up a load.
Okay, I know where this one's going. All right, I'm in.
We had a driver pick up a load.
Yep.
And take that load to, I don't know where, delivery.
It was Ohio.
Ohio. And there was like a box of hardware or something.
It's small enough that could be forgotten, right?
Could be and was.
Right. But like that you could also, like a lot of the times our shippers will send a box of hardware, bolts or paint or whatever that we throw in our side box or throw in the bunk just because you're not going to secure it on a flatbed.
Right.
Easily missed, but we write on the bills. Extra box in here.
Yeah, and easily misses. That's fair.
Yep.
Yeah, but then what happened?
We came in, I don't remember the days, but let's say this like load delivered on a Friday, right? We came into Monday morning from a message from our customer saying, "Hey, we never received
this box of hardware."
And like the bills were signed clean. We're like, there's no way. Like the driver doesn't have it. There's no way that this box isn't there. Like it had to not ship. Mm-hmm. Customer's like, okay, like we haven't had any issues with them. And like fast forward like 3 days later, like we reviewed our tapes. We have your driver on camera.
In the middle of the night.
In the middle of the night after he got back, realized that he found it in the bunk of his semi, loaded it up into his personal vehicle and drove it to our customer and just left it at their door.
And he had gotten how far? Back here?
He was back home.
Yeah.
And he drove there.
Yeah.
He went to Ohio,
he went to Ohio, delivered, got reloaded, came
back home, and returned the box of hardware to the place he picked it up.
From Wisconsin, like where when he realized he forgot to deliver and didn't tell anyone.
Yeah.
So here we are like defending the guy, and then he just kind of...
And then we asked him about it, and he's like, "Oh, I just forgot."
Yeah.
Like it would have been better if he would have said, "Hey, I forgot this. We could have got in front of it and we could have overnighted it or whatever we needed to do."
Stopped and had another driver that was heading there grab it.
Thankfully, the customer kind of laughed about it.
They did.
It was random.
But oh my gosh,
that's good.
Yeah, that's a funny one. Let's talk about a not so funny one. You ever been typing an email and like instead of
43,000, you write 34,000?
Yeah. Like you transpose a number and don't double check it. Mm-hmm. That happened to us down in Chicago.
Yep.
we had an oversized load, and it was an axle spacing thing. But because I'm going to say it was 21 instead of 12 or 10 instead of 1. I don't remember exactly what it was. We didn't review the permit.
Yeah, it was a permitted load.
It was a heavy load. And we pulled out onto the road. Or no, we were driving down through.
They're checking random.
There's a spot right there by a quarry. I forget the name of the town, but they check because it's right on the border of Illinois and Indiana, and a lot of people from the quarry don't get a permit in Illinois, so the cop sits there and watches it. Well, we did get a permit. We just, instead of putting 20 or 42, that's what it was. It was the Kingpin spread. 42, we put 24, which made our permit invalid, and they put us out of service.
Yes, they did.
We had to get an attorney. Right?
We?
I think we did. And they gave us a fine because we
didn't get an attorney right away.
Not right away. But they gave us a fine. Not only was our permit invalid because of the spread, we were actually overweight on every axle because it was heavy. Mm-hmm. It was a $13,000 fine.
Yep.
Yeah. For a simple...
And an out of service.
And an out of service. Yeah. For a simple, it was an honest mistake. It wasn't like we were trying to not have a permit. We just fat-fingered it and didn't look at it. We learned.
Jeez. Yeah.
Partially.
And if you can take a couple things of learning there, I mean, ultimately it is whoever submitted that permit, right?
Right.
Whoever received that permit back and, verified that this stuff's right. And also the driver, right? The driver has to look at that and sign that permit. I mean, there were a lot of eyes on that probably should have caught it.
Right.
So now we have some checks and balances in place to catch things like that. Because that was a costly mistake.
Yeah. Yeah, that was nuts. That just reminded me of another trailer mishap we had that we didn't even think about when we were brainstorming these.
Go for it.
Remember our trailer getting impounded in Canada?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So yeah, go ahead and roll with that. But Stemco slack adjusters.
Yeah, we had Stemco slack adjusters on it. And I guess historically there's problems with Stemco slack adjusters.
They were automatic slack adjusters, right? Mm-hmm. And we were in Ontario.
Yes. Empty.
Coming home.
Thank God.
Yeah.
And he got pulled into the scale and the brakes were out of adjustment.
One was out of adjustment, not all of them.
And in the States, 25% of your brakes can be, you need 75% braking power.
Yep.
So in the States, I believe we would have been legal.
Yep.
But there was one brake out of adjustment in Ontario, and they impounded the trailer.
Brought it to an impound lot, took our license plates.
Took the license plates. Had to have them fix it. That impound, this sounds like a whole...
scheme.
Yeah.
The people that did it probably have stock in not Stemco.
Right. That shop had to fix it.
Yep.
On their schedule, which wasn't...
today,
anytime soon.
It was a week and a half later.
I was going to say, they're not getting you in this afternoon.
So we had to bring the driver back without a trailer, and then we had to, on the next load out or something like that, we sent a flatbed, and I think did we hire a wrecker to put it on top?
Well, that trailer then had to go back to the inspection house.
To the scale.
And get inspected and signed off, even though their approved shop did the work.
Yep.
And then I think we
I don't think we
wrecker.
bobtailed back out to get it.
I think we got
picked
a wrecker
it up
to stack it up and bring it back.
Right. Yeah, because we didn't have plates.
Yes. Yeah, didn't they have to take a wrecker to bring it to the scale because there's no plate on the trailer?
I don't remember.
I think it.
Yeah, maybe they
that's
did.
What it was.
Yeah, and then they had to load it up on the trailer. But yeah.
Long story short, we were legal in the States.
But we weren't in the States.
But we weren't legal in Ontario.
Nope.
There's another learning thing.
Right. Yeah.
What's that South Park skit called? Blame Canada.
Was that
Canada?
Blame Canada. They wrote a whole musical about it.
Canada's maybe we're weird.
Yeah.
But
they probably think we're weird.
So on a spread axle, we can run 40,000 pounds legally. On a spread axle up there, you can run 20,000 pounds total on a 10-foot spread. So you can have the tandems together and run 34.
Yeah. It's backwards.
It's backwards from what we do.
It's like northern and southern hemisphere.
Sure.
Well, you know that. The water in the northern hemisphere goes this way, and in the southern
Except for
when
Fox River.
No, when you flush the toilet.
Oh, okay.
Goes clockwise and counterclockwise. It's true. Look
Really?
it up. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's just
Interesting.
Okay.
that's what it is. Everything's backwards.
Well, that sounds
let's
terrible.
learn about. Let's have another learning moment here. Let's talk about when you had to peel some stickers off of a truck right after you started.
So we had a driver who took it upon himself to put fairly large stickers. I'm talking 2 by 2 feet size on each side of his truck, right? Which was not approved. I didn't want, didn't like, whatever. Well, bring the truck in to take them off. And our mechanic was going to use decal remover to take the stickers off. Our vendor brought us the decal remover, and the mechanic didn't look at it, and it was actually paint remover.
Oh,
And sprayed both sides of the truck. I wasn't there. I was on the road. And he called me and he said, hey, we've got a major issue. The paint from the sides of the truck is laying on the ground. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, I used paint remover on it. So this truck had both sides laying on the ground.
Kind of a cool look. Did you take any pictures?
It was not cool.
No?
I do have pictures. So this was like, I mean, we had 2 or 3 trucks at the time, right? And this was and we had commitments. I think it was between Christmas and New Year's, and it was cold, and our old shop definitely was not set up for painting. So then I hired this friend of a friend, right, to paint it. Who was a painter? Well, the first day he shows up, and we got the heat cranked in the old shop because it needed to be warm. And he shows up and gets it all prepped, and all right. I go back the next morning, and there's a cooler of empty beer cans. I'm like, oh my God. So he was supposed to come back and probably paint the next day.
Just too
And the next
hungover?
day, and the next day, and the next day. And he didn't show up for like 4 days, and I couldn't get a hold of him.
Just on a bender or what?
I'm assuming.
Did you
I don't
pay him
know.
prior to this?
No, I didn't pay him. So long story short, after heating that old building for many days, it's probably like 90 degrees, he finally showed back up. We did get it painted. It all ended well, but that was a stressful time.
Measure twice, cut once,
Oh my gosh.
right?
I mean,
Like-
all over these stupid stickers, and that guy was nothing but a headache. He
Can I ask what were the stickers?
I can't say that
Okay,
right now.
that's fair. That's fair. That's
They
fine.
were
he was
heritage
yes,
based.
he was a different nationality heritage type thing, and
it.
he wanted his pride to be on the truck.
Got it. Understood.
Which isn't the issue. It's
I didn't
the
know if
issue
it
that he
was
didn't
like-
ask.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah, our trucks look that way for a reason. Like, this is
Yeah.
what I want. It's my truck. I own it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but you can't.
I
just
don't need a
put-
big old freaking decal on there.
Yeah, it'd be like somebody giving you it'd be like getting a company car or a company truck and throwing a big like bow hunting sticker on the
Sure.
back windshield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
what world would I do
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's trucking. Like the amount of stupid stuff that this industry allows. I can't. Well, like, our stories are not the coolest. I can guarantee you that a mega carrier. I mean, we've heard stories of like trucks being abandoned on the highway, people leaving crap, like
If
literal
you talk
crap.
to
like,
Gwen, who details trucks, like
Oh.
she has horror stories.
Yeah.
because she cleans fleet trucks when they get abandoned.
We need to hear her talk about that.
Oh, that
Keep
was
that in
the
the back
horror
of your
stories of.
Oh my gosh.
She could go on.
Yeah, that would be.
I got crap on my hand one time when I was a kid, cleaning trucks for my aunt and uncle. Reached into a bucket, thought it was paper.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. But all right, so we covered that. Covered the paint removal. I think those are all of like the major like learning thing. Let's get into a couple.
Learning things.
Let's get into a couple. One funny, one not so funny, and one that.
We had this driver who.
There's two driver ones yet that we need to hit.
Okay, we had a driver who was out in Utah at a university. So It had
He
like,
delivered to California and then took a reload into like the University of Utah.
and it was fairly tight, and they had rocks marking the driveway and this and that.
You got to paint the scene. Like it's a picturesque, like mountainside town. It was beautiful. Like they had like those terraces in the middle of the road.
How do we know it's beautiful? Because we have video.
Yep. There's like terraces in the middle of the roads that are perfectly decorated with nice boulders and flowers and signs. Go ahead.
I don't remember how it came up. They called us, right?
Like I thought it was spam. Mm-hmm. Like this is Deputy Bob from the University of Utah Police Department. I need to speak with someone in charge of your equipment. Like, okay, like I can help you. Well, we have a video of your driver hitting a boulder and like dragging it halfway down the street. And I'm not talking like a boulder. Like this thing is like 6 foot tall. And he made the swing, but the boulder got stuck between his front and rear trailer axle, and he just drug it down the road. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, we don't even have any people in Utah.
And it came out.
It came out under the pumpkin and everything.
Really?
I mean, yeah. And I forget, like, he denied it right away.
Well, so then you're like, hey, send us the video.
We're like, we don't even have anyone in Utah. Like, this is not us.
There was not trailer damage.
No. That we noticed right away.
Yeah.
But the trailer was here, and I remember you're like, I can figure this out. And you walked out into the shop, and you're like, hey, is this trailer here or whatever? And it was. And you guys looked, and you're like, yeah, we freaking hit something.
Yep.
We didn't only hit it. I'm talking like 40 yards we dragged this thing. And then it popped out in the middle of the road.
Yeah. So the driver's like, no, I didn't hit anything. Oh. And we're like, really? Yeah, nope, not that I can remember.
So at this point, when you're talking to him, have you seen the video?
Yes.
No. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, when we're talking to the driver?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're like,
he could fool you if
so
you
we're
hadn't
like,
seen the video.
Really?
Okay.
So this video's got the whole scenario and him literally getting out of the truck,
Assessing it.
looking at it,
Like, oh, shit.
jumping back in and leaving.
But
Would you like to change your story?
Yeah. It gets worse. I mean, this guy left for big fancy Peterbilts with no speed limits.
Yeah, he left because he wanted to find a company that had better ideals.
That aligned better with his
ideals. I'm like, what are your ideals? Big fancy Peterbilts with no speed limits. I'm like, dude,
That's what he said?
Yeah. That's what he said.
Hey, you know what? I commend him for coming out and just saying this
That's
is what I want.
That's exactly what I said.
Really?
I said, it's fine that you know what you want, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But in the back of my mind, I thought, you are going to have a record. You are never going to, you're going to lose your license eventually.
Yeah.
But the best part about this story is this wasn't only a rock. I go back to like, hey, this was a nice landscape terrace.
Yeah. No, this was a big deal.
It ripped out the underground watering system for all of the terraces on the road.
Oh, my.
Like they had to hire people to come in and do it. They had to find someone that could get this freaking, I'm not even going to say rock. It was a boulder. Mm-hmm. Like the boulders that are out by the fence. It was like one of those.
Oh, my goodness.
Put back into place. And I mean, it was just a nightmare.
I mean, things happen. Like, things happen. But you knew about it.
You got out.
Yes.
You could literally... Cabbage Patch. Scratching his head, seeing what... Oh, my gosh. But, yeah.
It's obviously it was bad for you guys, but it just makes me giggle, like that moment of him getting out of the truck and looking at it and deciding, like,
I'm just going to send
I'm not dealing with any of that. That's the funniest.
I'm out of here. But what do you think the entire way home? I wonder if I'm going to get caught.
I think there's two schools of thought. I think there are the people that the whole way are just thinking of all the things that are like could potentially happen to them. Then I think there are the people that literally block it out.
Yeah,
and go,
like, it didn't even happen.
Done. I'll deal with it. I really do believe that.
Yeah.
I think there are people that can like, I'm going back home. It's a different state. Mormons can figure it out.
Just won't go to Utah. Oh, my gosh. Speaking of drivers going to states.
Yeah, I had a driver.
It's not where I was going, but okay.
That he didn't say this when I hired him, but he said, I'll go anywhere you want me to, just not Ohio. And I was like, what? And I was like, you don't want to deliver to Ohio? He's like, no, I'm not going to Ohio at all. Not going through it. And I was like, do you have like a record there or something? And he's like, no. And I said, well, what's the problem with Ohio? He goes, I just don't like it. And I was like, what? It's like, yeah, I just don't like Ohio. I'm like, okay. So, some people are just
weird.
That was it?
That was it.
Yeah, like look
So
up.
if these imaginary
records.
lines didn't exist, how would you know where you are? That's insane to me.
He probably didn't get accepted to like a college or something there.
He
he
had some personal vendetta
Yeah.
that really hit home for him.
Speaking of personal vendettas, you want to talk about the driver who was happily married, and also his wife who knew about this, knew that he also went east because he had a girlfriend that she was okay with every week. He would only go east.
Yeah, he would only go east to see his girlfriend, and his wife was okay with it. And if he couldn't go east, he would flip out. Like, I need to go out there, and like, we don't have a load going there this week. Well, that ultimately he quit and found it. Yeah, yeah.
I forget, like, I'm pretty sure I was here for that. Like, I forget about all of these instances.
Mm-hmm.
No,
But yeah, that was a while ago. But like, and his like you hear about that, like that's not normal.
When you say
So
east,
maybe it is.
How far east?
She was in like
Ohio,
yeah,
or
like
something?
southeast Ohio.
Oh. Maybe it was that other guy's
Yeah,
wife.
maybe
He doesn't want to go anywhere near.
We had a driver quit one time, and he told everybody but me, and obviously somebody told me, and he was at the window, and a couple days later, and I went up to him and I said, so I hear you're quitting. Yup. And I said, well, there's a right way and a wrong way to do things, and that's the wrong way. I don't need you here anymore. And he like flipped out, and he got in his truck and sprayed gravel. His tires didn't stop spinning until they hit the road. He was just a
rebel without a cause.
He was young and immature. I think would be probably the scenario there. But I'm like, dude, just like
Still.
like
I tell you what, you're not the first person he did that to, and you're not,
Right.
and you're not
Right.
the last.
right.
That's too bad.
Speaking of right ways and wrong ways to do things, you ever have anyone come into your office and give you the song and dance about how this is like the best place they've ever worked, but they're going to go start farming? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, crying in my office of how great I was to him, and just needed to get off the road and work at his uncle's family farm, and I was like,
Just going to be
"Man,
helping the family. Good for you.
yeah,
Great.
like that's awesome."
Yeah.
It was all a lie.
Oh, I was like,
It was
oh, that's
all
a feel good.
a
Oh,
lie.
that's just put a hole in me.
He
I was
Yeah.
believing it.
he went directly to our competitor.
Oh, Jesus. Like, just say that.
Right.
Yeah.
It's business.
Right.
You're not going to slap
Right.
him across
Right.
the face.
I felt
you-
bad for him.
but
He
you
was
wanna-
crying.
You want to check out my Jeep?
Wow. That's a performance.
Right.
Yeah, it was.
Jeez.
And actually, I think now he might be working at his family farm
He might be.
because he wrecked his truck.
Yeah.
But he's all right.
Yeah.
We've talked to him since.
Yeah, we have.
There's no hard feelings anymore.
No, but there was right away. That's what I said. We're letting go.
Yeah. I was like, really?
Yeah. And everything comes out around here.
I was going to say, I mean, in what world did he think he was going to be able to fly under the radar?
I didn't care. Like, I don't care. Like,
And I
it
think
is what
that's
it is.
probably what those guys don't understand is that, like, you're supportive if they want to go do something else. I don't think people realize that a lot of the time because they don't know how to deal with a situation like that. But you as
I would be hypocritical if somebody came to me and said, hey, I think this is better for me. I would be hypocritical if I would like fault them for that.
yeah, because you're doing that for you.
Yeah. I think this is better for me. So that's what I want to do. Perfect.
Yeah.
Like, good for you. I hope you find what you're looking for. What do you got?
I'm just rereading some of these things that we came up with.
Let's do a couple more.
The driver who quit because he was making too much money and
Oh my
didn't want
God.
to pay taxes.
Oh my gosh.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah,
I've heard of that
We had
before.
an owner operator that was a while ago, and he came in and he's like, "I'm quitting." And I
You're
was
like, okay.
okay.
As an owner, he's an owner.
He's an owner operator, yeah. And I said, "Can I ask why?" "Well, I'm making too much money." And I said, "What?" He's like, I got to pay too much in taxes. And I said, "Well, the more you make, the more you pay in taxes. That makes sense." "Yeah, but I don't want to pay that much in taxes." "Okay."
You're not going to get through people like that.
Whatever
that's
you
built
want.
in.
Yeah, so he quit because he was making too much money.
Yeah.
Again, whatever floats your boat.
The guys I hunt with are kind of like that. Like, you're not going to change their mind. Like, it's just
this is the way it is.
It's the way it is, and it's so built in, and there's just no changing it. That's pretty funny. I mean, was your response going to be, okay, well, yeah, you'll pay less in taxes if you make less money, but you're making less money?
What I should have said is, I can pay you less.
That would have been a great response.
I wonder what he would have said.
I'll bet you he would have thought about it.
Or like, was he working places where like they weren't necessarily
paying him under the table more?
But he was still an independent contractor. He could have
done what he wanted, right?
Done what he wanted.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
All right, I think we got time for one more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make it a good one.
And it's a two-parter.
Nice.
It was a team driver.
A team driver. Okay. Sort of. I think I know where you're going.
1.5.
Okay.
All in all, a good guy.
Good driver.
Good driver. Safe driver,
Knowledgeable.
per se. Knowledgeable. But he was in a brand new truck.
Oh, I got different. Okay. Okay, if he was, I don't think this
you're
guy's
going with that
knowledgeable.
one.
I don't think he's knowledgeable, but.
Okay, you were going with T and I'm going with G.
Yes, go with G.
Okay, we'll go with G. I was wondering why you're being so nice about this. Overall, a driver that has been in the industry for a while.
This guy had the biggest heart you would ever find.
Yep.
But.
The brains of a
rock?
No, because he was smart. Like,
Okay.
and he was smart in his own way, but like just not 100% connected.
Zero common sense.
Yes.
Okay.
Zero.
Okay. Gotcha.
But he was in a brand new truck. And I'm talking like brand new.
We had just gotten them.
Yes.
Yes.
Off the line, brand new.
Yep.
And John comes in and tells Quinn that his new dash in his new truck is painted
with fingernail polish.
It's coming back.
Because
to
he
me.
wanted.
In question, he was bored
Yeah.
and was trying to kill time.
Can't make this stuff up.
That you can't make up.
I mean, the steering wheel, like the Kenworth logo was painted.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it was like.
That's beyond no common sense. That's like, I don't know. I mean, who would think to do that?
Well, he didn't think, but he did it. He also, in the brand new truck.
There's something else that happened because he was in the brand new truck for something.
He also hit a toll booth with the mirror.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's what I was trying to think of.
He offered to pay for it.
He did.
He gave you an awesome weight set.
Yeah.
With pump and iron on it in the back.
Yep.
But yeah.
Jeez.
So, I mean, there was another one too.
Does that come back to, so like the truck stuff, does that come back to these guys think they own it a little bit because they're in it all the time sometimes?
Maybe. I
They
don't know.
live in it. It's like your apartment. Yeah,
So
I'll deal
it
with
becomes
later,
like,
kinda.
even though I'm not paying for it, I am in this thing all the
But our
time.
guys
And,
don't.
and I appreciate, like, there are guys or drivers that take ownership of their vehicles, and I appreciate that. Hey, that it's clean, they take care of it.
They polish it whenever they want. And
Yeah, like
Israel
they have
does
a
it
lot
all
of
the time.
pride
Really?
in it.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Julian.
but at the end of the day, we still got to sell these things.
Yeah.
When they're done, right? We want them to be in as good a shape as we can.
I'm sorry, no one's buying a steering wheel Picasso. You know, like it's
Maybe a couple people, but
Like,
yeah.
Yikes.
like imagine hopping into that truck.
And seeing
Looks
that.
like
Looks great on the outside, right?
You had Knox in there, and he was just painting.
That's what it looks like.
It's what it looked like.
Like a little kid was bored.
It was nuts.
That's insane.
We had another driver who put the screws in your dash. Brand new as well.
Wasn't that him?
No.
I don't remember. I think it's happened multiple times. So, yeah, we have to install things in our trucks.
Because
phone mounts,
of where,
GPS, blah, blah, blah. And
drywall screws.
Our mechanics do that in a way that it's not going to tear things apart and it's saleable. No, drywall screws right through the dash.
I just
Not to mention there's wiring and stuff behind it. You don't know what you're going to hit.
It's the first thing I would think of. What's not going to turn on if I drill into this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I've tried really hard to remove myself from some of that because it does drive me nuts. And over time, I've learned that this stuff is going to happen, but if we can put checks and balances and processes and all this stuff into play and communicate to try to prevent it, I guess that's the best we can do at this point.
Should you have to tell a guy not to finger paint your steering wheel?
Well, no,
absolutely not. You shouldn't. But
we have directions on shampoo bottles. Remember that.
Don't eat the Tide Pods.
Yeah, don't eat the Tide Pods. And if you don't keep your fridge on and milk spoils in your fridge, it's going to smell.
Yeah.
Wow.
And turn into a filing cabinet.
Yeah.
We have a driver that does that. Doesn't believe in his fridge.
I love this guy. He's got a lot of isms. So he left milk in his fridge.
In the truck.
And in the truck. And he's an independent contractor. Milk spoiled and smelled horrific for a long time. He blames it on the fridge. So he got mad at the fridge and took the door off, even though the fridge works fine because the mechanics checked it.
Yep.
Took the door off and now uses it as a filing cabinet and now can't carry food with him because he's mad at the fridge.
He's mad at the fridge. Hasn't bought a new fridge.
And again, I love this guy. I'm not making fun of you. I
think he would laugh about it too.
Yeah.
But do you remember when he called when he was down like South Milwaukee and like something went on with his truck where like the heat wasn't working?
Oh, yes.
But he didn't want to stop and get it fixed there. So we're like, hey, get it back to the shop. We talked him through on how to turn on the bunk heater. And he didn't.
He didn't turn the bunk heater on.
He didn't follow the whole thing. The bunk heater worked, but he rode all the way. It was middle of winter. Carhartt jacket, gloves, hat, like insulated pants, all the way back from Milwaukee like that because his truck would not heat up. And
didn't he have to open the windows too because they were fogging up?
It was fogging up, so he had to drive with the windows down.
I remember that.
Yeah. And he got back. He was like
Zonka stepping off the plane in Cool Runnings.
Either that or the Dumb and Dumber when they're frozen on the motorcycle.
Yeah. And I don't know if it was Travis or John who got in the back of the truck. Like, why didn't you turn on your bunk heater? He goes, it doesn't work. He was like, and it turned on and it started blowing heat. He wouldn't have had to do it the whole way back.
Oh my goodness.
I guess we should end on that one, but oh man.
But if there's anything we can learn from some of this stuff,
is it doesn't pay to sweat. Like stupid stuff is going to happen. It is. My gosh. I knew as soon as we started talking about these, I wouldn't be able to shut them off because they are endless. Like the amount
we could
of
sit
stuff.
Here all day.
Yeah, you
could sit here all day.
Well, so I think then going forward, we will sprinkle a few of these in.
They're funny.
If there's any that you guys can think of, put them in the comments or maybe shoot us a private comment or something and we can talk about it.
You should give the outside submission about the truck being stolen. We'll do our first outside.
Oh, yeah. We had Tim in the office. Tim brought it up. He worked for another company and they had a driver at an Oasis. And when I say Oasis, like, think Chicago, you can get off, you're going this way, there's parking here, food in the middle, bathrooms and parking over here, right?
Yep.
He said the driver called in.
Oh, Lord.
Somebody stole her truck.
Uh-oh.
And he said they didn't have GPS or anything at the time.
Yeah, prior to GPS and all that.
Oh, okay.
So she couldn't find her truck. Somebody stole it. So they called the cops and got the cops involved. And
it goes on for like 30, 40 minutes, he said.
And it was like a major thing, right?
Yeah.
Looking for this thing.
Well, it's a semi, so they don't.
And it's a fuel truck.
Oh, okay. So they want to find
this
that
is
thing.
a big deal.
Yep.
Long story short, she went out the wrong side of the way, so she was parked on the other side.
That was what I thought. Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Tim had that happen at another company.
That's funny.
I'm sure it's not the only time, but
But yeah, submit, like, and subscribe. We hope this one kind of changed up the topic.
These stories are endless.
And we just take them for granted because I see like 6 of them we have circled to talk about that we didn't even.
And that's okay.
If we get into that one driver from Iowa, his list is very lengthy.
Oh,
and we could fill the whole episode. We could fill the whole board with just him.
We might.
Might have to do that. Man, that would be fun.
So anyway,
all right, everybody,
make fun of us. Let us know your faults.
Yeah,
and funny stories, and we will continue to
bring them to you.
Learn from our mistakes, hopefully.
Yeah,
and
we'll see you next week.
Like, subscribe, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Have a good Monday, guys.
Thanks for listening.
See ya.